Hello everyone, welcome to another pulse-pounding episode of Stockbridge Works. I am your humble host, Peter Stockbridge, and we're starting off our new project. This is a picture of Jake Gyllenhaal in the movie Enemy. I had to think about that for a second. This is the movie poster of Enemy, and this request comes from a really nice friend of mine from every shot. I'm not with it this morning, I'm so sorry. From Every Shot of Painting. He has an Instagram channel and he basically chooses film stills which look like paintings. And me and my friend Mark, we absolutely love his channel. My friend Mark was I think what happened was that I came across his channel. I don't remember whether I started following him back when I first discovered it, but I knew of it, and my friend Mark posted some images from that channel, and I kind of thought, oh yeah, I know this dude. So somehow we got talking. I genuinely don't remember. And he's a lovely guy, lovely guy. And he, really is sort of just like us. He's a creative, and he's got a good eye for shots. I mean, when we were at college, me and Mark were kind of studying shots and angles, and we were always sort of trying to achieve a really sort of impressive framing of a shot, and there's a sort of mysticism about it all, but then also, I kind of quickly realized that there was, you're only limited by the limitations of the flow of the film, and I really don't know if I'm making sense, but if you're good at, like, framing a shot, like direction of photography, that's quite a lot of the film, and to be able to spot good shots, nice, beautiful shots like he does, is definitely a skill, it's definitely a talent. So keep going, buddy, and this is for you. So we're starting with the whole cityscape up here running across the top, and it's I'm not even thinking about how difficult it is, and I would have started this a couple of days before had I not been quite so apprehensive, because one of the first stages is studying the photo, and you have to kind of look at it and make certain decisions and understand the structure of the whole image. So when I was doing it with this one, I was just sort of like, oh my god, oh my god. I've not attempted anything like this. Like, I've not attempted to draw a cityscape in high detail like this, and I'm scared. I'm sure it'll be fine. I just have to plod on and treat it how I was treating everything else, and pray it doesn't look shit, to be quite honest with you. The difficulty really comes from breaking it down into subshapes, and what those subshapes shapes are coloured with, what shadowing is on them, and etc., etc. And I can afford to go a little bit vague with it, but I do want to sort of capture, obviously, the essence of it. It has to look like a building and not like a mess. So I am going through now, just sort of outlining everything again. Because it's, it's something that, I tend to get put off with things like this. I sort of, I look at the complexity of something and I just sort of go, oh my God, forget it. But I mean, like, if this was something that someone asked me to do like a year ago, or, maybe sort of slightly beyond that, when I was working on my, black and white stuff, I would have just sort of said, no chance, mate. Absolutely no chance. This sort of goes so far out of my comfort zone, or it did, I should say. But, no, I it's something that I can, I'm not really sort of up in arms about too much, I will just sort of crack on and get it done. I don't want it to take too long, because there's, I've got other work to do this month, and I don't know whether I'm going to actually get it done in the month, to be honest. Other projects, I mean. This will definitely be done. Harley Quinn should definitely be done. And I'm hoping that I can get these 2 mystery sketches done on time as well. It should be fine, but lots of work to do this month, and I find myself just tired and exhausted all the time. I have mentioned this before. But it's the time of the year, this is usually the time of year where I hibernate, and I've been known to hibernate over winter. I do stuff, obviously, but it's not like the summertime where there's, lots of daylight. Plus, I'm very tired, basically, and I've been suffering from some health issues, digestive problems, and mental health related stuff like depression, and but I mean, I usually bounce back, and I always try to sort of make an effort, no matter what mood I'm in, no matter what situation I'm in. I always try to do something, and because it can sort of manifest through, through into the work, basically. And sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not. So we're only really going to get a small fraction done. Just like a small portion to the right there. And I'll be testing some of the skin colour before we part. So yeah, we're approaching Crimbo, and the last couple of Christmases have not really been terribly exciting, and I don't know. I hope this year's nice, but I don't know what I want, to be quite honest with you. Someone asked me this last night, and I genuinely don't really want anything. Setting aside the usual peace on earth, goodwill to all men. There's nothing else that I really want. I mean, there's stuff I need, but I don't need it sort of yet. I can get by without it. And I don't want anything. I don't want to stuff my face. I don't want to, be, intoxicated with alcohol. I don't want, I'm not really bothered about seeing friends. I know this might sound really strange, but I'm just not bothered, I'm not bothered about, anything, to be quite honest, for Christmas this year. And I want other people to have a good time, I want other people to be happy and stuff. If they're happy, then, I'm okay with that. I'm cool. I'm sort of satisfied. I've never been one for going out to the pub, getting pissed and, crawling home and not knowing how to get home. I hate that. I hated all of that when I was younger. I always wanted to know how I was going to get home. Otherwise, I just would not be safe, and I did not want to end up in some weird place. And it's happened a couple of times before, and it really is just the worst thing. It's the worst way to live. That's not my idea of fun, put it that way. My idea of fun was always meeting up with people on a one-to-one basis, or 3 at the most, and we talk about stuff. If they want to drink, that's fine, but we would talk about stuff. It would be a discussion. It would be a debate on something, right? That's my idea of fun. Playing a computer game, all this kind of thing. Not going out getting pissed, looking to shag, all this kind of shit. I mean, how fucking narrow-minded do you guys want to be? Grow the fuck up. I'm really annoyed with the youth of today, to be quite honest with you. Most of them, obviously not all of them, but especially in the Western world, there's a lot of ignorant false egos out there, which, they think they know everything, they think they have the answer, and they're demanding things, and, having grown up in an environment that they have no idea about. It just makes me want to sort of slap him in the face and say, do you want to know what it was like for us when we were growing up? These people, they have it so bloody easy, mate. The internet has ruined us. It really, really has. Social media, online shopping, and chat rooms. It's all ruined us. And I really don't think that there's any way of coming back from that. I think that's us sealed. And it really is down to the intelligence of the individual, really, isn't it? I mean, it's all sort of, if you realise that what you're doing is a complete fucking waste of time, and really life is about your own spiritual development. Now, the word spiritual is a very cliched word. You tend to sort of think of fairy hippies floating around trees and stuff. When I say spirituality, I mean knowing who you are, knowing what you want from life, knowing what makes you happy, and being at peace with the world, right? That's the first step of it, really. And then you have to look at Philosophically, you have to look at things at a very logical level. And if you build the whole understanding of your life around logic, then you'll go really far. But don't abandon logic just for, satisfying your senses. And this is something that we also get caught up with. Satisfying our senses all the time. Just pack it in. Fuck's sake. Anyway, I do like to rant on about it. Yes, this, there's not really much sort of to say about this project. It is just a case of, getting it done, and I guess, the idea is I'm trying not to repeat myself in any way. So, yeah, we were talking about Christmas. There's nothing I really want, to be honest. As I said, there's things that I need, like I need a capture card. I need a decent mic setup, and I, probably need a DSLR eventually. I don't know, but I don't need it at the moment. You know what I mean? Everything's fine. Someone asked me whether I would ever consider going over to a Mac. I would tell them that I would rather lose my genitalia than go to Mac. I think Mac is one of the most god-awful operating systems I have ever come across. It is so fucking restrictive. It's completely alien to me. I've grown up on Windows, and whatever you want to say about Windows, whether it was originally a copy of the Mac, whatever, doesn't fucking matter. Mac is garbage. It's just absolutely garbage. The interface is all wrong. You don't get, the whole file structure and layout is just so weird. And I don't like the fact that it's like that. And it's only like that just to be spiteful, I think. Or not necessarily spiteful, but to sort of be different. That's the only reason. But for me, it's an annoying different, and you can't play any games on it. And that, you can play games on it, but it's not nearly as open source and friendly like Windows is. They're so restrictive. They're seriously overpriced for what they actually are. And you're, at this stage, you're really only paying for the name. You're not paying for anything innovative. They'll try to sort of spin an innovation on you every year, and it is every year. This whole industry is a fucking joke, mate. They build devices which last 12 months, at which point you need to upgrade, right? So you need to spend more money on us. No, make shit that lasts longer. Environmentally, I'm turning into an old fishwife now. I don't care, to be quite honest. There's just so much greed around, and it winds me up. Winds me up. Which idiot goes out to a restaurant and spends £30,000 to £40,000 on one evening, on one meal? Really? Really? You couldn't have gone to a lesser expensive restaurant or ordered a takeaway and gave the rest of the money away to charity or something? No? Okay. What is so different about a £30,000 steak as opposed to a $20 one or whatever? What's the fucking difference? I hate gourmet sort of Michelin star food. I hate it. Right, when food becomes an art form more than its original fucking purpose, which is to fill you up, it's food, pile it on there, I don't give a shit. Right, I don't care whether it looks like a Pollock painting or not. Right, in fact, I would prefer that it doesn't look like a Pollock painting. Thanks. You would never see me in one of those anal restaurants, mate. You know, forget it. Bruv, forget it. Let's just go down the chippy. You know what I mean? So poncy. But you know, there it is. I don't know whether this was a good commentary session, but there it is. That's what we've got. So as I said, this episode isn't terribly exciting, and I don't know if anyone's going to watch it, but you know, that's what it is. Wow, I'm actually quite a bitter person today, so I must apologise. But you know, I've been under pain. I've been suffering a lot of pain recently. My organs feel like they're straining inside, you know. I feel like I can't move without something hurting. So and I miss my dad, actually. I don't mind coming out and saying that. I miss my dad. But, so, you know, hopefully the next episode will be more exciting than this one. It's really early in the morning, and, yeah. I do have a schedule to keep, and I fell asleep last night, and I didn't want to. I wanted to sort of finish this. This was supposed to be out about 6 hours ago, so I am running on the late side of things. Anyway, this is we're coming towards the end of the episode now, and I'll see you for the next one. Won't be long. Until then, take care, have a good one, see you later.